So the pastime of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, early pastimes, childhood pastimes, Yovana pastimes, they are described very elaborately by Vrindavan Das Thakur in Caitanya Bhagavata. 35th verse, 14th chapter, 35th verse, right? Yeah. So here we saw that how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he visited East Bengal, and there the offensive activities of some atheists, sinful atheists, they were trying to imitate the Lord, and all these things, pastimes are there. So let us see from 35th verse. Brahmadi devayara anga pratiyanga sarvata tahara ishvarera nitya sangha tathapi pratigyatanayi avatare brahmadi dullabhadino sakala jivere ateva dukhitere ishvarapani nijagrahe anna dehe udhara karani. Gods headed by Brahma are born from the limbs of the Supreme Lord, and they are always associated with the Lord. Still, in this incarnation, he has promised to give that which is rarely attained even by Brahma. Therefore, the Lord personally fed the distressed. So, in this way, it is said the Lord, whoever guests used to come, he used to satisfy them in a very beautiful way, and used to spread a straw mat, give water, make them lie down. And mother sometimes used to be very much in, she used to be in anxiety, because suddenly the message used to come, please arrange for 10 to 15 Brahmanas. And in the house, practically nothing used to be there. But somehow, to her surprise, everything used to come. So in this incarnation, Lord has given something which he has not shown even to Brahma. Tene Brahma Vidaya Adi Kavaye Muhyanti Yat Surayah. So there's a most important pastime. Even Krishna's Madhurya pastimes are not understood by Brahma. Then what to speak of Krishna's Audarya pastimes? It is not so easy to understand even Audarya pastime of Krishna. How Krishna is so merciful, how Krishna appears in his own, appears to chant his own name, appears in the mood of a devotee, appears in the mood of Srimati Radharani, who is the topmost of all devotee, experiencing what is devotional service. So this is not understood even by Brahma. Ekeshwara Lakshmi Devi Karena Randhana Tathapiyo Paramananda Yukta Mana Lakshmi Charitraha Dekhi Shachi Bhagyavati Dande Dande Ananda Vishesha Bade Bade Ati. So Lakshmi Devi cooked alone, yet she felt supremely blissful. As the fortunate mother Sachi observed the character of Lakshmi, her joy increased every hour of the day. So Lakshmi Priya, Lord married Lakshmi Priya, and Lakshmi Priya used to cook alone. And every Sachi Mata was so happy to see Lakshmi ji cooking. Lakshmi ji cooked alone for everyone without the help of her mother-in-law. Thus, seeing the character of her daughter-in-law, Sachi Devi's joy increased at every moment. Ushahakala haite Lakshmiyata graha karma apane karena sabayita andra dharma. Beginning from sunrise, Lakshmi would personally perform all the household chores as a religious duty. In order to increase the happiness of her husband and to satisfy her respected mother-in-law, the chaste Lakshmi Devi performed all household duties, while considering herself the maidservant of the Lord. As the ideal housewife, Srimati Lakshmi Devi personally performed all of the Lord's household duties, beginning from early morning till night. So that is how Krishna is very happy by seeing the the wonderful service of Lakshmi Devi. It is said, Graha Lakshmi, they are also one of the amshas of Lakshmi. And it is their work to broom. When they broom the house, it is Krishna's attention falls on that person. We find people keeping maids and all those things. That is there. That is just to help. But first activity to draw Krishna's attention is brooming, cooking, doing all the activities, considering oneself to be the servant of Lord. Devagrahe Karane Swastika Mandali Shankachakra Likhena Haya Kutuhali. Then see, she used to put rangoli. She would decorate the floor of the temple with drawings of swastika, conches, and this. It's a very important thing, putting rangoli. Even in South also today, also every houses are decorated with rangoli. Even if you go to Orissa, if you go to Bengal, in the village side, if you go, they decorate. This is a very important one of the activity which draws Krishna's attention. Mahalakshmi is very happy seeing the Grahalakshmi is doing all these activities. The phrase Swastika Mandali refers to the drawing of the circles or smearing and drawing pictures on Vishnu's temple for his worship. Their characteristics are described in the following Vedic statement quoted in the Haribhakti Vilas, 4th Vibhaga. A worshipper of Vishnu should draw a square within each of the four corners, northeast, southeast, northwest, southwest of the Lord's temple. Divide each square into 16 squares. Then fill each square with white, a yellow, a red, and black colored powders. This is called swastika. See how important are the teachings. Swastika, the drawing of the circles and their glories are described in the Vishnu Dharmottara as follows. Now the mandala which is drawn while the puja is going on. We have seen Madhva Brahmanas doing these mandalas. These mandalas invoke Krishna. It is very important in four corners doing, and then drawing the swastik, putting the colored white, yellow, red. This is also an art. It is not just we take out something, it is a science. Where which color to be put. It's a science. Once I asked them, they put very beautiful mandalas. It is not just one rangoli. It is not just one painting. No. We also do something, but that is not the way the learned acharyas do. The learned acharyas, they know which color to be put, how mandalas are drawn. When we have the puja yakyas, this is done. So Vishnu Dharmottara, the glories are spoken in Vishnu Dharmottara. One who is intelligent should draw various mandalas, such as Sarvato Bhatras and Padmas, and various wonderful swastikas in the temple of Hari. As soon as a mandala is drawn, the temple looks very beautiful. And every day they change the mandalas. Now the temple is looking so beautiful because of the mandalas. It is an art which has to be learned. And they learn it right from the childhood. Anyhow, we are not having that much art. But if you see in Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya also, there is a mandala which is put. There is a rangoli which is put, in which there will be 16 can say, there will be 16 spaces in which different colors and all are put. In the Narsimha Purana, it is said, one should joyfully cleanse and decorate the temple of Vishnu by drawing various mandalas like Padmas and Swastikas with attractive colors. So even Narsimha Purana also says, in the Skanda Puran concerning the month of Kartik, it is said one who draws various shapes of Sarvato Bhadras with clay and other minerals in front of Lord Keshava resides in heaven for 100 kalpas. One who draws swastika, auspicious swastikas in front of Shalagrama, especially in the month of Kartik, purifies 7 generations of his life. Just see how much glories are there in this in the worship by drawing the mandalas, Shaligram worship, and then Day before yesterday, when Jagannath Shaligram came, at that time we were discussing, Kamanashan Prabhuji also had come. At that time we were discussing that how Jagannath Shaligram or any Shaligram, how they are worshipped. Actually, Shaligram is worshipped by Purush Sukta. One should chant Purush Sukta while worshipping Shaligram. Shaligram worship is very important worship, and it doesn't take much time, but Purush Sukta should be chanted. And then one should place Tulasi on top of that Shaligram. If a house has, if a kshetra, the temple has 12 Shaligram, then that becomes a Divya Kshetras. Anywhere if there are more than 12 Shaligram, understand that becomes a Kshetra. So drawing mandalas is very important. So auspicious day when Jagannath Shaligram came, there were beautiful mandalas which was made. Even by just by seeing the mandala, one's consciousness is purified. One who draws auspicious Shaligram in front of swastikas, in front of Shaligram, especially in the month of Kartik, purifies 7 generations of his family. A woman who regularly draws mandalas before Lord Keshava does not become a widow for next 7 births. So just see, all these things are given. And what we are doing? The woman is no more a woman. And because they don't have time. The time is not there. There is only an hurry and worry. When we say we are chanting, there are certain things which we have to follow. A woman who draws mandala with cow dung before Lord Keshava is never separated from her husband, children, or wealth. One who decorates the courtyard of Vishnu's temple with various colorful swastikas and pictures enjoys the highest happiness within the 3 worlds. It is stated in Nardiya Puran, a person who draws mandalas in the temple of Vishnu with either clay, various minerals, various colors, or cow dung attains the form of a demigod who flies in an airplane. In the Hari Bhakti Sudhodaya, it is said, one who smears cow dung in the temple of Vishnu and draws colorful pictures on it happily resides in the abode of Vishnu, where the residents look on to him with welcome glances. So in this, actually, Navaratri, if you go to many of the Vaishnavas' house, they keep golu. In the south, this system is there, keeping golu. That means showing all the pastimes of Lord. There will be Dashavatar, there will be Bali Maharaj, Lord Vamana keeping his head on Bali Maharaj. There will be Gajendra Moksha Leelas. So all these Leelas are put. And the girls are nicely dressed in Pattu Pavade and all, and nicely flowers. And they sing song for Mahalakshmi. They will see Aigiri Nandini, and then they will nicely decorate the whole gulu with nice flowers. And this is all very important. This culture should not be forgotten. We have seen many of them, they will put tilak, but there is no kunkuma put. It's very important. All these things are very important. This is even the dress. Somebody asked Prabhupada, how should we dress? Prabhupada said, as a grahastha, you should dress nicely. Especially when you go to preach, you should wear silk saris and silk cloth. Silk is never impure. So there are certain things which has to be followed. Simple. Silk, especially when you go to a big programs, silk has been recommended. Preachers especially, they should. Now, there are sannyasis and brahmacharis. For them, this instruction is not there. For the grahasthas, there are certain things which we have to follow. Because to attain Lord, giving up everything is very difficult. But every time can be used in Krishna's service. Early morning starts with decorating the temple, chanting the holy name, cooking for Krishna. So what happens is the lady of the house, the man of the house is completely absorbed in Krishna consciousness. So hearing, chanting, decorating, cooking, these so many activities are there. This is all will help a person in progressing in Krishna consciousness. There was a Vishnu temple in the Lord's house. Within the temple, the worshipable Sri Narayana forms of Gandaki Shila, Shalagram Shila, Gomati Chakra Shila, Dwarka Shila were situated as a family deities. To decorate the inside of the temple with auspicious signs, Lakshmi Devi drew shapes like conches, chakras throughout the temple, such as the foundation and the walls. Even the walls are decorated. Uh, it is said, especially in the Margashish month, they bring the gobar and they keep the gobar. On top of that, they will keep a pumpkin flower because pumpkin is again very auspicious. And everybody will sing 4000 Divya Prabandham, Tirupavai, and all these things. If you go to South, all this culture you will find slowly. So even if you go in North also, if you go in remote villages, especially if you go to remote villages, you will find some culture is at least there, some culture. But more of the culture you will find in the southern part only. Just because Muslim invasion was not much there. But Muslim invasion, Muslim culture was adopted more by the north. That is why many of our culture became diluted. And especially when you come to places like Bombay, it becomes so difficult even to sustain a family. So what happens? The whole family members have to work because sustenance is so difficult. What costs just small thing in the villages, it becomes a huge thing here. What costs if you buy some vegetable, it is so costly. How to maintain the family? So everybody has to work. So because of that, all our culture remains somewhere behind. So seeing the scenario, what Srila Prabhupada has given, at least chant. Even if you're not able to do many things, at least chant. Chant, read, hear, and serve the temple. Simple. What we can do maximum is when we visit our Jagannath temple, we can put Rangoli. Something we can do. If not every day, at least some days. And Kartik celebration. Here, especially when the Kartik has come, the month of Kartik, Deepdan Mahotsav. We can actively take part in this Deepdan Mahotsav. Anyhow, that is all there in the night only. So we can actively take part, not miss a day. So all these things at least will compensate all our mistakes. Simple. Because we are not really worshipping the way we should. We are not doing that. So something is better than nothing. At least we will chant. We will be lighting the lamps. We will be hearing Bhagavatas. Because of that, some purification will happen. That cannot be called as the highest perfection. But at least when we start doing all these things, slowly, every moment of our life, every shana, we will be using in Krishna's service. Gandha Pushpa Dhupa Deepa Suvasita Jala Ishvara Pujara Sajja Korena Sakala. Now what she used to do? She used to arrange sandalwood paste, flowers, incense, ghee lamps, scented water for the worship of Lord Vishnu. So all these activities are there. Even in our temple deity worship, all these activities are done by a single person. So when we assist our pujari, we can help in all this, arranging the flowers, making sandalwood paste, not just buy some sandalwood powder and put water in that. No, it is a culture. Actually, every day we have to do Chandan Gisai. Where is the time? Our whole time is going in our own Gisai. Chandan Gisai should be done. That should be applied on the Tulsi. And then Shaligram is kept. Just see how many services are there within the house, within the temple. So all these needs time and energy and our dhyana. Why Krishna has given all these elaborate worships? So that our whole concentration will be in the worship. Following the scriptural and social norms of the time, every Bengali Brahmana's wife would collect ingredients like sandalwood paste, flowers, ghee lamps, incense, and sandalwood scented water for the worship of Narayana. But nowadays, in some provinces of India, the Brahmanas hailing from Bengali Brahmana communities do not accept water touched or brought by their own wives for the service of the Lord. So there are some caste Brahmanas who don't accept, oh, you should not do anything in the Shaligram worship. But it has been very clearly told, Lakshmi Devi used to do. That means scriptural injunctions say everyone should absorb themselves in the worship of Lord. House deities are the representatives of temple deities. So first and foremost, we have to quickly finish our house deities and see that our temple deities are worshipped very nicely. So so we have selected that every day somebody, one person will come and help our pujari. So we can also do Chandan Gisai. These services can be done by the ones who are coming to help. Little bit, because two tulasi on top of that little chandana to be put will not take much time. At that time, Purush Sukta can be learned. You play the Purush Sukta. Now everything is available in YouTube. You play the Purush Sukta, learn the Purush Sukta. Morning hours, we are not able to chant Purush Sukta. Okay, chant all Mangala Aarti. Then you have Tulasi Aarti, Narsimha Aarti, Tulasi Aarti. All Aarti is complete. Then we can have Purush Sukta played in the temple. And slowly, slowly, we will learn Purush Sukta. That is how deity worship of Shaligram happens. Very important. This is the most important aspect. Nirvadhi tulasira kvarena sevana tatovadhika shachira sevaya tanra mana. She constantly served Tulasi, yet she served Sachi even more. So Tadiya Vastu of Krishna is Tulasi Maharani. Very Priya. Krishna, Radha Krishna Priya is Tulasi. But she served her mother-in-law even more than Tulasi. Sachi Mata is Yashoda herself. In some places they give she is Devaki herself, mother of the Supreme Lord. The worshippers of Lord Vishnu greatly respect Tulasi Devi as one of the ingredients for the Lord's service, and therefore most intimate with the Lord. Lakshmi Priya Devi spent more time in serving her mother-in-law, Gaura's mother, than in serving Tulasi Devi. Those who pretend to be acharyas while holding a Tulasi plant in one hand and a pipe for smoking intoxicants in the other should properly follow an ideal example of serving Tulasi Devi set by Gaura Lakshmi Priya. And yet, knowing the Lord as the best of those devoted to her mother's Lakshmi Priya Devi, the Lord's wife established that her service with awe and reverence to her mother-in-law was superior to the affectionate service of Tulasi Devi, the maidservant of Gaura, and was non-different from service to her husband. So it is said, the wife serves the husband and the family members of her husband. Why? And which husband? The husband who is always devoted. That is why generally Gauri Seva, Gauri worship is done by the young girls to get a husband like Lord Shiva who is completely concentrating in the worship of Krishna. So those wives automatically get wonderful heavenly planets. And if they serve with great sincerity and chant, no doubt they will be the residents of Vaikuntha. So very nice, wonderful setup is there in our Vedic culture. How to attain Vaikuntha. Now by serving Sachimata, who is Lord's mother, automatically Lakshmi Priya is in Vaikuntha. She is no doubt Lakshmi herself from Vaikuntha. But in the Bhaumalila also it has been very clearly said, you serve your husband and the relatives of your husband, especially the parents of your husband, very sincerely. And which husband? The husband who is sincerely serving Lord. And the parents who are eager to chant the holy name of Lord. You serve them very nicely, you are sure resident of Vaikuntha. So this is what the nature of the devotee is also. Every devotee, because of chanting the holy name, the vices are slowly, slowly removed, and he respects everyone and he worships everyone very nicely. So seeing the behavior of Lakshmi Devi, Gaur Sundar did not comment, but he was very much satisfied with him. Though more time she was not spending in Tulasi worship, but she was spending more time in serving Sachi Mata. Lakshmi the charitra dekhi Shri Gaura Sundara mukhe kichu na bole na santoshantara. From inside he was very, very happy because her faith and eagerness in the service of his mother was so much that Lord approved within his mind and he was very satisfied. Again, when we are serving, we should know that we are serving whom very nicely. We are serving the parents of our husband. So, parents of our husband, the husband is a devotee. And this devotion has not just come like that. Somewhere, some Sukriti, the parents have also done. That is why today the husbands are also in the spiritual path. So the credit goes to whom? The credit goes to the mother. So naturally, the mother has to be served very nicely. So again, in the mother, how many mothers are there? You have 7 mothers. Cow is the mother who gives that buddhi to serve. We should worship the cows. And as much as possible, we should serve the cows. One of the mother is our own mother who has given us the birth. We should not neglect them also. Another mother is your spiritual teacher. She is the one who takes you the spiritual path. You should not neglect serving her, especially when the spiritual master requires spiritual teacher who guides you, requires your assistance. At that time, you should always be eager to serve. Then you have king's wife. You have Brahmana's wife. Yes, Brahmana's wife should be served. You have Mother Earth. You should prove to be the best citizen by serving Mother Cow, Mother Earth very nicely. By chanting holy name, you are serving actually Mother Earth. It is said the place where you chant 1 kilometer radius, no impious activity will be allowed by the law of nature. That is the power of chanting. The chanting also should be done very nicely. So by serving Mother, Krishna is very, very happy. Although due to his social injunctions and embarrassment, the Lord did not externally or publicly approve the actions of his wife. His non-duplicitous, heartfelt mercy on Lakshmi Priya was seen in her activities of serving the Lord by collecting ingredients for Vishnu's worship, serving Tulasi, and serving his own mother, who is a personification of pure goodness. So yesterday we had done the story of how Mother Lakshmi was merciful on Narada and gave the Mahaprasad of Narayana, in spite of Narayana saying not to give my Mahaprasad to anyone, because I am just a Bhoktaram and there they are all Tyagis. Let me take their Uchishta. But Lakshmi ji said, see, as a wife, it is my duty to take your Uchishta. Then Narada went on requesting Lakshmi ji, and she gave. Now he was so much in ecstasy, dancing up and down. The news has gone to all the devatas that they are not going to get anything. No uchishta. They are not going to get any uchishta of Narayana. So here Lord Shiva, who is the head of all the devatas, Mahadev, he is very much in tension now because he cannot remain without Lord's uchishta. He saw Narada jumping up and down and dancing. So then he asked, hey, what is this? Why are you so happy? He said, I got Lord's uchishta. Hey, how come? Then he told the whole story. And he said, hey, you should have thought about me also, na? Just show your hands. No, I have washed. Just show your hands. In the nails, some small rice, a small morsel of rice was stuck. Lord Shiva took it. And then he started dancing in ecstasy. Even a small morsel contains mercy of Krishna. Prasade sarva dukkhanam hani rasya pajayate. Even that contains mercy of Krishna. Then both of them are dancing in ecstasy. Parvati comes. Parvati says, hey, both of you are dancing. What is the news? If there everyone is very upset that they are not going to get Uchishta. No, we both of us got. She looked at her husband. You also got? Yes, even I got. You did not consider me. Even I am a Vaishnavi. Even I am hankering for Krishna's prasadam. She was so angry, so upset that she said, now I'm going to do severe tapasya. And she does tapasya in the forest of Bhubaneswar. Lord appears. Lord is so pleased with Parvati. He says, from now you will be called as Vimala Devi. And my first Uchishta, will go to you. Even today also in Jagannath Puri, we see that Lord Jagannath Prasad first goes to Parvati, and from Parvati goes to Lingaraj at Bhubaneswar. So these are the glories of Durgaji. We are having Navaratri celebration. Again, it is plan of Krishna. When something happens without our plans, understand it is always a higher plans. So wonderful bhogas are made. Now fun time of Jagannath is going on. More than 20 bhogas is having every day. So fun time. So that fun time is shared with Durgaji. And Durgaji shares it with all the devotees. So in this way, we'll stop here, requesting everyone to come and honor Jagannath Prasad. And Jagannath Prasad which is going given to Durgaji, and then automatically it comes to all the devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare
Yeah.
Krishna. Yeah, Mataji, I have two doubts. See, that day lecture when I was pondering on it, you told that we were having a discussion about Brahmanas. Like a Shudra who is worshipping Lord Hari is like, equivalent to Brahmana. And the Brahmana who is not worshipping the Haris and doing all the rituals, he's like Dvija, like he is lower than the Shudra. Mataji, isme Brahmana to say, suppose if a Brahmana is worshipping Hari and he is a Vaishnava, then he will always have the upper position than anybody, because Lord has created this Varna, Shrama, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra.
Okay. Brahmana has three categories. Dvija, Vipra, Vaishnava. All three are called Brahmanas only. Dvija is a caste Brahmana. Vipra is that Brahmana who is now into scriptural studies. Now in that Dvija, see now Dvija, the Vipra, even a Kshatriya can come, because in Dvija, three people are allowed to take Upanayana. That is Brahmana, caste Brahmana, caste Kshatriya and caste Vaishya. 6 activities can be done by caste Brahmana. 3 activities can be done only by caste Kshatriya and caste Vaishya in the absence of caste Brahmana. That is studying the scriptures, giving charity, performing sacrifice. Now, caste Brahmana can take the knowledge, give the knowledge. Caste Kshatriya can take the knowledge, cannot give the knowledge. Caste Brahmana, caste Vaishya also can take knowledge but cannot give knowledge. Caste Brahmana can take charity, give charity. Caste Kshatriya can give charity, cannot take charity. Similar is Vaishya. Caste Brahmana, Brahmana. Caste Brahmana can perform sacrifice and also can teach sacrifice. Caste Kshatriya can perform sacrifice but cannot teach sacrifice. Same thing is with the Vaishyas. But if no one is available, then a Kshatriya, caste Vaishya can give the knowledge of the sacrifice to others. Okay. So in this way, these now 3 are there. When they 3 are studying, they become Vipra. Vishesha Rupena Pragya. They have understood the scriptures, but still realization of the scripture is not there. When the realization happens, then he becomes Vaishnava. So Vaishnava is not dependent on any caste. Now anyhow, if these 3 are realizing, and among the 3, anyhow, Brahmanas, they are more superior because they can do all the 6 activities. I'll put that shloka also. So, because now he's reading the scriptures, understanding the scriptures, realizing the scriptures, naturally is a Vaishnava. So, just because somebody is performing a ritual, we cannot say that he is not a Vaishnava. Vaishnavas are allowed to do the rituals. They should do the rituals. They should teach the rituals. And when a Vaishnava does the ritual, he propagates Harinam.
Right.
When you say ritual, the consciousness behind the ritual is more important. Every ritual becomes spiritual if the consciousness is for Krishna, Hari Bhakti. Every spiritual becomes a ritual if it is done just for the namesake. Even the spiritual becomes just a ritual, like somebody is chanting Ram Ram Hare Ram Ram just for finishing the rounds. Then it becomes what? Ritual. Customary. What is the meaning of ritual? Just a custom, just a customary. कब होगा भाई मेरा
mechanical हो गया.
Mechanical, yes. And in the karma kand, what is the ritual? Asking material benefit. Anyone else?
Secondly, Mataji, I am doing seva of Shaligram. I used to do Abhisheka from Sri Purushokta, but then
Yes.
every day it is not possible because Purushokta first verse only I read because वो थोड़ा difficult भी actually पुरुष वेद है वो it is twisting of उसमें words थोड़े difficult है and I put I don't वो जो आप घिस के बोल रहे हैं ना वो नहीं लगा रहा हूँ मैं लेकिन वो रेडीमेड वो लगाना जरूरी है मतलब वो घिसना जरूरी है क्या आई टेक चंदन रेडीमेड चंदन वो जो व्हाट वी आर गेटिंग फ्रॉम द टेंपल
बम्बई लाइफ में वही कर सकते हैं ना
अच्छा चलेगा ना ऐसा मतलब
बम्बई के जीवन में तो
नहीं आई थॉट वो कंपलसरी है शालिग्राम सेवा में
एक्चुअली
तो
शालिग्राम
टाइम जाता है तो
चंदन
अगर
घिसाई करके
हाँ
चंदन घिसाई करके क्या कर सकते हैं
हाँ
आप रात एक दिन वीक में चंदन घिसाई करके पूरा अपने बच्चों को लगा देने का चंदन घिसाई करके एक वाटी में रख के रख दो बस
अच्छा
रोज उसमें थोड़ा थोड़ा सा निकाल के पानी डाल के कर सकते
ठीक है हरे कृष्ण
बिमलेश
हरे कृष्ण माता जी
या
माता जी मैं यहाँ पर बच्चों के स्कूल में आ रही हूँ छोटे बच्चों के स्कूल में और यहाँ पर क्या है कि छोटी छोटी लड़कियां भी दे आर फास्टिंग ड्यूरिंग दीज अपने ये
अच्छा है ना
नहीं माता जी अच्छा है और वो क्योंकि फिर वो नहीं हमें स्कूल घर जल्दी जाना है हमें भूख लगी है खाना वो जो भी माँ बनाएंगी व्रत का वो खाएंगे तो माता जी उनको रिटेंशन के लिए मैंने क्या किया है कि हम स्कूल में ही अभी असेंबली टाइम में हम भजन करना शुरू किए हैं
भजन से भोजन मिलता है क्या
माता जी
खिलाओ ना
नहीं माता जी
ना फिर
नहीं माता जी
व्रत का खिलाओ
हाँ जी
व्रत का खिलाओ देखिए बच्चों को ना बहुत पकड़ पकड़ के ना आप भोजन के बिना भजन दोगे ना तो उनका पेट खाली है
हाँ जी
खाली पेट में कुछ भजन घुसता नहीं है
बिल्कुल कुछ नहीं घुसता है
तो
बिल्कुल
आपको ड्राई फ्रूट्स जो भी है व्रत का दीजिए ना उनको खुशी खुशी से खाएंगे खाली पेट में कभी भजन नहीं होता है
बिल्कुल माता जी
वो क्या एकदम सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन रूपा गोस्वामी सनातन गोस्वामी के स्तर पे है क्या
माता जी मैं ये पूछना चाह रही थी कि अगर हम उनको बताएं ये दीपदान का है ये उनका हम कैसे बताएं बच्चों को कि भाई किस लिए होता किस लिए है
कुछ नहीं बताना है उनसे खाली लैंप लगा दीजिए बस बच्चों को बड़ा बड़ा फिलॉसफी नहीं बताते हैं बच्चों को कार्य में लगाते हैं छोटे छोटे बच्चे हैं उनको क्या घुसने वाला है दिमाग में घुसेगा लेकिन पहले उनको कार्य कराइए उनसे लैंप लगाइए दामोदर अष्टकम गवाइए फिर थोड़ा सा दाम बंधन लीला का विशेष चर्चा करिए लैंप लगाना किसको अच्छा नहीं लगता है तो ऐसे सब छोटे छोटे करते 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 भक्ति में आगे बढ़ते
ओके ठीक है माता